Okay. We got just got, I got 2 free copies. I got that one last year. So, we have no minutes from the last meeting, so that will be nothing to be read for that. Because of oversight, there was no November meeting, or October meeting. So we'll go to the first order of issue. Financial report.
Attached, you'll see the financial report, receipts for the month, including all funds, total about $31,414 and some change. Dispersed for all funds, $35,595 and some change. Treasurer's ending balance, I'll break it down a little bit more. General fund had $141,539 and some change. Motor vehicle highway, $24,784. Local road and street, $13,362. Local law and continuing ed, $9,700 and some change. Cumulative capital improvement, $12,800. Rainy day fund, $3,720. Riverboat, $19,075. Cable franchise, $24,533. Fire protection, $103,620. The equipment replacement for the fire protection territory, $110,650. Ambulance donation, fire donation in those funds, $15,000. For ambulance and fire donation, $15,500. Sewer operating and maintenance, $91,150. Sewer depreciation, $1,584. Sewer bond and interest fund, $2,341. Police equipment fund, $31,128. Community building fund, $477. Park donation, $26,549. Food and beverage from Memorial Square, $5,829. And food and beverage town hall, $2,839. So total of all funds, based on my balances, are $656,231.
Quick,
No major disbursements that I would point out or any major receipts. So.
quick question on the parks, 26,000? That's how much they have right now in their coffers.
Well, again, part of that's the Eastern Star donation
Yeah,
and so forth. So yeah, all those donations, which are separate, but yes,
yeah.
total into that one fund.
You looking into any modernization, Wayno?
Well, we'll see.
Sounds like you're not broke. Okay. Town Marshal's report.
Vehicle 1, 38 gallons, 396 miles. Vehicle 2, 19 gallons, 284 miles. Vehicle 3, 20 gallons, 285 miles. Bikes, 0. Training was the M16 training. I'd like to thank Robert Fessmeyer for assisting in that training. 5 tickets for speed, 7 warnings. Theft from 207 West Main Street, the back barn. Somebody took a chainsaw and a weed eater. Assisted a stranded motorist 1 time. Assisted the Sheriff's Department 2 times. Picked up 6 offenders from Madison County Jail. Transported them to Pendleton Town Court. 3 jury trials. 1 VIN check for B&V. 1 welfare check. 4 record check for other departments. 1 gun permit. 1 domestic. 2 suspicious people walking around town late at night after an auction, and this is something new I've never heard of. Anyhow, we talked to them and they were playing what they call cell phone games. It's a new app on a cell phone that gives you different locations to find each other. So they checked out okay. No problems at Halloween. 2 calls that people at Puckett Park after dark checked. They were farming the east side of that.
What were the 3 trials, Sam?
The Pendleton Town Court, 3 trials.
People, officers had to go
that
to the,
pled not guilty.
oh, okay,
Was a good trial.
okay. Is the guy in the red Chevy on, did he have his day in court?
Yes, he did.
Did he get assigned work to do?
Yes, he did.
Okay, thank you. Sam?
Quickie question.
Uh-huh.
The M16 training,
Yes.
how many hours?
How many hours?
Yeah, the duration of the class, hour of the class.
4.
About 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was kind of wondering if that weren't the story. I've seen him up here doing his civic duties. Street report.
Nothing on the street.
Okay. Park report, Wayno.
We called Gary Barkus about cutting the water off. He's nice enough to cut the water off and turn it on every year. And he called me this morning, and I went down there to unlock everything, and somebody's taking a hammer to one of the concession stand door. And so I wonder if the police department could put a camera down there, if that's possible. Is that possible, Sam?
It's possible.
Because we couldn't get the door open, and the keys to the restrooms are inside the concession stand, so basically, we didn't get the water all drained, and it's supposed to get cold, so I guess we're gonna have to figure something out to get in there and get the keys so we can get the water out of there.
Which door was it, Wayne?
The one that faces the west, there, right there under the light. And the
One that goes in a concession stand.
one that goes in the concession part. And we've had problems down there with the restrooms where they tore them up, but this time they didn't tear the restroom locks up, they tore the one on the end up. So I don't know what's going on, when they're doing it, I don't have any idea.
Took a hammer to it. So, kids,
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea, you know.
We've had the restroom doors beat up 3 or 4 times, put different locks, different handles. We put a big padlock on it, they beat it off. They had to take a big sledge to it.
They've been kicked open too.
so in other words, it probably wasn't kids.
Well,
It
I don't
was-
know.
That's an assumption,
Not little
yeah.
ones, no.
Yeah.
Teenagers, older teenagers up.
Somebody strong enough to hit it, hard enough to do it.
Yeah,
My
Big enough to lift a
suggestion is
hammer.
Put a DVD player inside the concession stand area and run 4 cameras to that system.
Well, that's fine, I mean, I don't, we just need something
It's
because it's
about
out.
$400 and some for the
Okay.
outfit through Sam's Club, and they work real well.
Okay. I mean, that's fine, I'm just saying we need something because it's a continuing problem.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I don't know if we catch them, how far that goes, because we've had vandalism down there, caught people and it really didn't go anywhere because the prosecutor won't really do anything about it. Because it's, you know, to them, it's no big deal, vandalism in the park, so, you know.
how's that work, Sam? Can we push the prosecution if it's adults?
Yeah, oh yeah. Picture's worth 1,000 words.
There you go. Well, we never had any pictures before.
We'll have to get with legal and see on the camera to the restrooms. You got a men's and women's restroom, we can't put one inside the restrooms, but there's also an entrance in there, and I don't know why we couldn't towards the entrance, but we'll have to get with legal on that.
Okay. You guys get together on that then? Have you got any ideas for,
No, for that money?
yeah,
Not really, not right offhand. We'll talk about this winter.
okay.
Did we ever get the
The
power
money we
panel?
got from the church, we are gonna do that, those swings with the, it's gonna be like just a seating area with 5 bench swings and a octagon shape.
Yeah, we have talked about that one. But the church give us money, and Eastern Star give us money, that's why that money's there.
Is the power panel still hanging up down there? Still, is it up to code, it's safe and sealed and everything, or
You can answer that.
You wanna answer that, Rick?
They're working on that. The electrician has completed phase 1 of the upgrading out there. I had the estimate for phase 2.
Say the magic words, Rick. It's now safe.
Well, part of it is.
I thought it was all done.
Phase one is done.
Yeah, this part that was safety related.
The worst safety issues have been corrected under phase 1. The
Okay.
GFIs, the
Yeah.
personal protection. Then the other thing is the improper 3-phase breakers they're using for overcurrent protection is dangerous. The wires, the conductor's not protected properly.
Mhm.
That's overcurrent protection. But the improvement of personal safety, GFI protection is all been taken care of.
Okay, that's what I wanted on record, that it has met the initial safety requirements of the really
The
dangerous
rest of
stuff.
those items are inside the buildings
Yeah,
where the public don't go.
it's secured. In other words, it's still in process. Yeah. But we've made the strides.
Made some
Okay. I hadn't heard anything, that's the reason why I asked. Yeah. They go, I don't know, a week ago. Thank you, Wino.
No problem.
Sewer report.
32 West Main Street, a start float. Both lift stations were cleaned, 1 and 2, by the SOS Services, yearly check inspection. Both lift stations need a wall coating, and I've talked to the guy that's gonna do the wall coating, or possibly do the wall coating. They're giving me a quote, I have not got that quote yet, but they said they can do that in the winter time too, it's not a big deal to do it in the winter.
Did you get that
Yes.
box and it's up and,
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
okay.
13 South State Street, new contactor and a fuse. 8 South State Street, new contactor and a fuse. Betty Festmeyer's, 2 new floats and a new control pump wire. 113 Pleasant Run, new start and run float. 21 Home Avenue, replaced the run and start float. 16 Maple Street, new pump and start and run float. Lift station number 2 has its new box put in place, which is at the school, and a new pump at 113 West State Street. But yes, the lift station has its panel box up, it's running great.
And that was stainless steel or something?
That is fiberglass.
Fiberglass,
Yep,
okay.
yep.
Just
Now,
don't hit it.
the other one is behind the police department, it weighs about 200 pounds. I asked him if there's any parts on that we can use for anything, he said that he would keep it in case we need something for the lift station number 1.
Yeah.
So it's just sitting back there.
Uh,
If anybody wants to look, it's a rusted mess, so.
The situation over on Home Avenue that I spoke with you about, has that been
That is being dealt with the environmental out of Madison County.
good enough?
Yes, they already have a letter, and they're dealing with that.
Okay, thank you. Environmental report.
The only thing I have in environmental is we have been trying to catch a dog for the last 6 weeks, as probably most of you know in this room. Diamond, yes. People have given the dog names. Anyhow, they got a state ticket. The Franklins got a state ticket on the failure to restrain a vicious animal. They will be going to court.
Touchy subject. Our friend down on the east side of the Methodist Church,
Uh-huh. Yes.
is he still having medical problems?
I don't know if he's having medical problems, I won't say on that, but he's got grass problems, and he's still being rode up.
Okay,
Normally, we would have somebody go in and mow it, but I don't know if we really want to do that at this.
well, that's why I'm
Yes,
thinking we may still,
yes.
At arm's length.
My suggestion is, we let Edgewood Court handle that. They're the ones that handle those things, and he is scheduled to go to Edgewood Court.
okay,
So,
good enough. Town attorney's report.
No report.
No report. Planning commission report.
None to give.
None to give.
You want to turn in that, did you say you had another, round on the electric boxes under
Just an
the,
estimate, yeah,
Okay. under the,
just for the additional work, yeah, I have it if you want to look at it.
We'll need to get other estimates. We need to advertise that, Mark. Okay. Next point, comments by citizens present. Let me see if I can say what most of you people are in here for. I would say that a majority of you here are show support for Sam. Is that not correct? Those who are. Okay, then let it suffice that it's been noted. Let it also suffice
that the board is in support of Sam and his duties as a legal officer for this town. There is never, have we ever said we did not think you were doing a good job as an officer, Sam?
No, you've not.
That being said, if you came to speak, you're preaching to the choir. We're not going to address it because there's no contention. That being said, any other comments by citizens?
Is it going to be resolved, the issues that is happening with Sam? And if so, how long?
The issues that is happening with Sam. Sam has the support of the board, he has the support of the community. What issue does he have?
Well, and that's why I want to ensure the safety of my family.
I
That
think
can pick up the phone and I can call Sam and back town.
there he
We
is.
have that,
Yeah.
You got it.
and you got, you're in a good place.
Yes.
Okay.
Since there is no, I mean, you know, there's no sense in preaching to the choir. I'm not trying to usurp anybody. I'm just saying that,
Disrespectful,
this-
I'm required a citizen of this town.
okay, as the citizen of the town,
Thank you.
you're welcome. There's not a problem, so. None of us have ever said there was a problem with Sam and his office's services as a police officer. Never said. Never said. Any other comments? No comments, unfinished business.
I think we need to take bids for snow plowing. We'll put that in the paper and take that in the December meeting.
You wanna make a note of that one, Mark?
Started.
Any other unfinished business? What was it? There was something else I wanted to bring up.
Speaking of bids, what do we want to put, do we want to put a time frame on bids for the electrical work, or is that something we want to just wait till next month as well?
Yeah, we'll probably release the bid next month. Is that fair?
I mean, I don't
Is
know
that
what,
according
I don't know
to,
the legal time frame of what we need to put, but obviously you've got to give notice, so I mean. it's
what
gonna
is the
take-
legal time frame?
Yeah, you gotta make sure you got time to be able to get that in.
I mean, I would think if we get it in this week, that December's meeting would be sufficient.
I would surely think so, 30 days.
What is the date of the December meeting?
Give me a second.
It's the same stand.
There is no problem.
December 8th.
So the resignation and all that stuff. So
You want to do that, Mark, or you want me to do it again?
I will
it's
take care
gonna
of it.
be
Okay.
continued.
Just go ahead and put it in for the snow plow and electric, but
Bear with me. I just want to make it clear. So
Rick, let me get with you before you leave, so I can make sure I get the word right.
No unfinished business, other unfinished business? New business. There is an executive session that will be held by the board members, the town lawyer, and Mark, you're in on this one too. We need to come to a date when we five can meet.
When are you wanting to meet?
We'll meet right here.
Well, I mean, what?
Well, whenever,
How soon?
whatever's convenient to you guys.
what's a good date for you?
I mean, Wednesday is the best for me, but I don't know if next Wednesday is the 19th, and the following Wednesday is the 26th, right before Thanksgiving, so.
this week
Let's
is
do the
out for me.
19th.
Huh?
You can.
This week's out for me.
19th.
That's a week
If-
from this Wednesday.
If you can, I think if you can take me, blubbering from the dentist. I got a dentist appointment, like 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what.
No, you'll be,
Well, I'll be
be fine.
sane, whether I can talk very clearly or
19th,
not.
all right with you, Mark?
6 or 7?
7?
What's your,
19th at 7?
Earlier the better to me.
6.
6?
Better for you?
I can be here by 6.
6, all right with you?
6 would be perfect.
6
That'd
on the
be,
19th.
Then there needs to be another meeting sometime, and that meeting will be the board, here, John,
I'm John.
Mark, Sam, and Sam, you invite your lawyer. And that also will be an executive session. What date is convenient to you guys?
You're having the first one on the 19th, you said?
Correct.
About Friday, the 21st, what time is good for you guys?
21st okay with everybody?
fine with me?
6, 7, what's convenient to you?
6 is fine.
6 on the 21st? Is that
All right with you,
convenient?
Mark?
Fridays aren't ideal, but I'll make it if that's the only.
If that fits everybody.
About Friday, the 21st, what time is good for you guys?
21st okay with everybody? Would the following Friday be convenient?
That'd be the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Good point, Jack.
That first week of December, I'm open.
First week of December?
Is the first week in December a possibility?
Yeah, it certainly is.
Not on that Friday, it's not for me.
Okay, how about the 3rd? December 3rd? Thanksgiving.
It's the weekend before.
Yeah, I can't do it on the weekend before.
At 6?
Yes.
So we got the 19th at 6 and December 3rd at 6, correct?
Correct.
Everybody good? You good, Mike?
yeah.
Okay. That takes care of that. Any new business, any more new business? Claims presented for approval. We gotta sign checks, that's basically it, the rest of it's paperwork. Yeah,
I have a couple questions.
sure.
The executive sessions are called for what purpose?
You wanna address that?
To address personnel issues that are not public at this time.
And so what's At the last meeting, you said that you had accepted Sam's resignation. What's the status of Sam's employment at this time?
No meeting.
There was no meeting.
In October on the Monday night meeting?
There was no problem.
So you now have not accepted his resignation?
What resignation? That is the path they choose to follow, and it's his prerogative, and it's his right.
So his
Is that not
status,
correct?
his status of employment at this time then is status quo?
Good term.
Do you still have the letter of what you read off of last meeting? She could have that for records. 'Cause that has all.
The letter,
Yeah, you read from the letter.
no, I had a statement that I had prepared.
Correct, you had a, which was wrote down.
Yeah,
You make a copy of that and she would have all the information since she wasn't here.
Yeah, there was a board member wasn't here and the meeting wasn't supposed to take place.
as a consequence, it didn't, did it?
There was somebody missing on the board.
Him.
Yeah, he wasn't here last night.
So
Well,
technically,
we're
you
trying to
did-
find out what's up on the status with Sam and the resignation and
There will be,
whatever, and
there will be no addressing of the issue.
is that how you gonna play that?
That's correct.
Okay.
but to answer her questions, I think if she just would have a brief statement, which you had last time, will answer her questions. Because you had specific dates.
Yeah, she's got the same questions we are.
You're
She's okay.
Go on. We go on, Scott.
Okay, a question for your attorney. Since the last meeting was declared a non-meeting,
Correct.
what's the legal status of the town council in terms of events that took place prior to that declaration in that meeting?
The status is as the town has announced, they are taking the stance that there was absolutely no official business nor meeting conducted at all. And the reason I didn't give a statement to the Herald Bulletin is I was waiting tonight to make sure that a reporter came tonight to make sure I gave a statement to her. That's a joke.
She's smiling.
I'll take it however I get it.
That's it. The only thing we're gonna do is sign bills.
I have one more question.
Okay.
You said the board, Sam has supported the board in terms of his duties as a law enforcement officer.
Correct.
And when
We
he,
have never
I don't
maintained
think that's
anything
ever been
other.
said.
Sam himself even acknowledged that.
All right.
But you answered my
Okay,
question
your-
at the last,
your
which
question.
so-called not meeting, that if we had any police or anything that we were, I specifically asked you directly, who do we call, the state or the county?
You said call the county or
Or
the state?
You can call any of them.
So now,
No, you
But
said
no,
that's not
this
what
is-
you
You
said.
can, you have the prerogative of calling anyone you choose to.
Well, that's not what you said in the last meeting, Landis.
What was your question?
this, the status, excuse me, of his, get it out.
That's okay.
Get the frog out. How's that?
Trying to ask about the other positions. Sewer and street,
He's still there. Right.
all positions are the
Yes.
same.
Everything,
Go ahead. Go ahead and talk, we're waiting.
I imagine you are. You're gonna keep waiting too.
Everybody wants to
That's,
hear it.
that's the way it is.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
It's a done deal. This meeting's adjourned.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll do it for that.
Meeting's adjourned.
Aye.
Mark came up.
John?